In this video, I'm going to cover the F dominant chords going up the scale. So we're going to have each scale degree represented in the melody note. So first off, this is a rush put together job for a video to get out for some students who I need to get this information out too quickly for this week's lessons. I am going to be hiding behind a piece of paper for a brief period of time here. You don't want to see my whiteboard artwork. So I'm probably going to put this out on the Facebook as a picture in comments. You can stop the video and or take a screenshot of this. So what we're doing is taking these chord shapes for F, and these are for F7 chords. Each one of these, except for the one on the bottom, is a basic F7 chord. So what's happening here is the first one is an F7 with the root in the melody note on the first string. I'm playing the top four strings on this. So this is your F7. The next one up is going to be the one with the third on the top. So we're utilizing this shape, and the third of the chord is A. So here's the chord. That's another F7. The next one is the one with the fifth in the melody note. That's this shape right here. And what's usually happens, you'll see the ninth chord with the fifth on top. This one's played rather often, either that fingering or that fingering. So that's a ninth chord. That's played more often than the seventh chord right here. Next up is the F7 with the flatted seventh on top, and that's this here. And then we have the F7 with the root on top again right here. So we can play the F7, F9, F11, and F13 with all of the melody notes on top using this simple system here. So we have F7, root on top, third on top, fifth on top, seventh on top, and starting again on the 13th fret. So here's our F7 with the root on top. We add our third finger up 2 frets on the first string. Now we're playing an F9, so we have the ninth on top. Our next chord up is going to have the third on top. We just raise our little finger a half step, and we're playing an F11 or an F suspended fourth. Next up, we have the one with the fifth on top. More commonly, the F7, it's an F9 now with the fifth on top. Now we're playing an F13, so we have the 13th on top, which is D. Next up, we have the flatted seventh on top. And then we're back up here with the F7 with the root on top. So one time, going up the scale now. And that's it. So what I would do is play this. I like to do everything in all my examples in the key of C. G7 is the 5 chord of C. The reason for that is the math is very easy to do in your head. The reason I went to F7 is for those chord grids that I showed earlier. Do this in at least with the G7, F7, and C7, and you can play through these in a blues in blues in C. So C7, F7, and G7. So if you want to start off with the C7, here we go here. The G7, we would start here, and the F7, we would start here.